there's one component of our relationship that is missing for me, and that is an intimate connection with him.
Well, that doesn't surprise us, because that's not the button you got out there. You got a button out there that says, this is so bad, I'm getting ready to take off. That's the active vibration. That's far from the vibration that is at the basis of intimacy. So that you see what we're getting at?
A little bit.
You have to find that feeling. You have to find that. So what is in emotional terms? And all of you feel it and think it. It'll be helpful to the mix here. In emotional terms, how could you describe intimacy? Caring,
letting go. When you're with someone, what I would like is for him to let go and fall in love with me, instead of just making sure that the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted and the bills are paid and there's gas in the car and we can afford
all of that is good. And you started to answer the question that we asked, and then you answered the question that you wanted to answer. In other words, you began telling us what's missing.
Okay.
And so what's happened, you see, there isn't anything wrong with your observation. You walk into a relationship and you begin observing it one way, and you've let the way it is train you into your vibration. So because the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted and the bills are paid and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, because you're observing that and 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 observing that, that's the vibration that you've got going on. And so you've let the condition train your climate, and now your climate brings you more of the condition that you do not want. So you say, I think I'm going to take me and my climate somewhere else. And we say, yeah, and you're going to get the same thing everywhere you go. Because isn't it nice to be the creator of your own experience? Yes. The eliciter of it, you see? The unconditional lover of it. It is our promise to you that as you hear us here today, and this is a sort of new communication that we're offering. It's just been recently that we've begun telling you all that the way that what moves from your vortex, which is where everything that you want is, into the realization, into the reality that you want to live, what makes it possible for it to move from that unrealized state into that realized state is your practicing of your point of attraction. And so we've been reaching for words. For a while we called it your grid, because it's an established state of being that we'll fill in with details. But grid sounds too rigid. It's a pliable, fluid, it's a climate, it's an environment, it's something that you create. And if you can hear us when we say to you, you have the ability to create this apart from what you're witnessing. Oh, if you can get that, in other words, that means if you don't have enough money and you can create an atmosphere where you feel prosperous apart from the reality that you're currently living, now your vibration is going to shift and the money will begin flowing in. Now your vibration is going to shift and the intimacy flows in. The shift happens, you see, but it's got to start with you. And so many of you, we get it. You say, hey, I didn't feel like that till he acted like that. He acted like that, and that's why I feel like this, so he needs to act different so I can feel different. And we say, conditional love will get you nowhere. You have to create the vibrational condition that allows you to receive from this person who we promised you has the ability to give you exactly what you want when the shift takes place within you.
Okay, I do believe that I am a deliberate creator. I have created many things in my life that I love and continue to see that. And I feel very in alignment with certain pieces of my life.
Yeah. Because there are a lot of things that you can observe, and when you observe them, it causes you to offer a vibration that brings you more of them.
Yes.
In other words, there are a lot of people that believe that they are deliberately creating, and a lot of you are, because Esther says, I was born into a happy home, and I focused there. No bad stuff ever happened to any of us. We just sort of lived happily ever after. My parents never said a cross word to one another. In other words, it was easy for Esther to be a pliable vortex through which we can communicate, because her vibration was in a good place because she was observing a good life, and her vibration stayed in a good place because she was observing a good life. You see what we're getting at? But deliberate creation is a bit beyond that. Deliberate creation is unconditional loving, which means it's creating of a vibration on purpose.
But what about the chemistry? So I'm married to someone, I've been with him for almost 12 years.
Now you're going to tell a story.
Okay.
You're going to tell a story that's not about what you want. And
okay,
you see,
I want to have chemistry
but
with this man, and I don't feel like it's there.
Well, then at least say I want to have chemistry, because what happens is someone will be in a relationship, it won't be the way they want it, and they'll say, I'm leaving because of this. And then for the rest of their life, they say, I left that because of that. And because you're still telling the story of having left that because of that, then that's what's active in your vibration. And then after a while you say, I have had 10 husbands and not one damn one of them did I have any chemistry with. Or you could live a very conditional life and go out and just look for chemistry, and end up with someone who cannot cross any T's or any I's, and you like that too.
I do. So I've
got chemistry, but he's got no money. Stand right where you are and create a climate that is conducive to what you want, and feel the mastery of your ability to create. And we know you're stubborn, you all are to a certain extent. You want to say, this is what's going on, and we say, we know, and you've got to change. Why does it always have to be me that makes the vibrational adjustment? Why can't some condition adjust so I can just observe it and feel better? And we say, because that is limited creating. And as sure as anything, you'll fall in the trap with the masses that say, we've got to control these conditions, otherwise we can't be happy. And that's just not true. This is a really good time for a segment of refreshment. Woo! That was good.